Hello dear student, this is me again, Mr. Ahmed Karim at the private Zhyar and the basic school. So today we are here to explain another subject in chapter 1 and it is 1.6, solving multi-step inequalities. In the previous lesson, if you remember, we have explained solving inequalities, okay, but here it is solving multi-step inequalities. What is the difference? So the previous class we had single step inequality. It means it was only one step. For example, y plus 3 greater than 4, it's only one step. The only step that's going to be y greater than, or let's say 4 minus 3, so y greater than 1. So as you see, we have only one step. This is single step. But when you say multi-step inequalities, so we have more than one step. We need more than one step to solve each inequality. And also in each question, we have more than one operation. We cannot solve, let's say, just by addition. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication. Sometimes you have all of them in one example. So that's why we call it multi-step inequalities. We need more than one step to solve each of them. Okay, so let's start solving multi-step inequalities. So example 1, we have 2x minus 1 is greater than 3. So in the previous lesson explained that. So we have to focus on the x. Okay, we are going to focus on the x, that's x. So what do we have with x? We have 2 and also we have minus 1. So then we think about solving the example. Are we going to, let's say, move negative 1 to the other side, or we divide it by 2? So both steps is possible, but which one's easier? So which one's easier? It is easier to move negative 1 to the other side. Why? Because if you divide it by 2, you get a fraction. You are going to get 1 over 2, 3 over 2. So it's not easy to, let's say, work with the fractions. That's why in the beginning, in the first step, let's rewrite the inequality 2x minus 1 greater than 3. Okay? So first step, move negative 1 to the other side, 2x greater than 3. Then because you have minus 3, write minus 1, it's going to be plus 1. Okay, then 2x greater than 3 plus 1 is equal 4. So we did the first step. The second step, we have multiplication equation. Because x multiplied by 2, we are going to divide it by 2. 2 and 2 cancels, x greater than 4 divided by 2, x greater than 2. This is the first example. Second example, we have 2 times 3x plus 2 less than or equal 10. Okay, let's solve it. In this example, there are 2 ways. I'm going to solve by both of them, okay, just to explain that they are the same and also you can do different steps. Let's solve by the first way. The first way is we are going to divide all the inequality by 2. Why we are going to divide it by 2? Because in front of the bracket of the variable here, we have 2. That's why we are going to divide it by 2. So divide by 2, divided by 2. So when you divide it by 2, 2 and 2 cancels. Here, only that bracket 3x plus 2 remains, less than or equal. Then 10 divided by 2 is equal 5. As the previous example, we are going to move positive 2 to the other side. 3x less than or equal to 5 plus 2 minus 2. Plus 2 became minus 2. So 3x less than or equal 5 minus 2 is equal 3. In the final step, we have multiplication inequality divided by 3, divided by 3. Why did we divide it by 3? Because with the variable x, we have 3. 3 and 3 cancels. X less than or equal 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. This is the first way. Maybe you say, I did not solve by that way, I'm going to solve by another way. What is the other way? It is clear the bracket. It means we have 2 times 3x plus 2 less than or equal 10. Okay? Maybe you don't have that idea to divide it by 2, you are going to solve by the other way. Both of them are correct, and let's say you can write any of them in the exam. So let's clear the bracket. 2 times 3x plus 2 times 2. First, write the other side as it is, because we don't need it. 2 times 3x, it is 6x. Positive times positive, positive. 2 times 2, 4. So right now we have 6x plus 4, okay, less than or equal to 10. Move 4 to the other side, write down 6 as it is, write down less than or equal, write down 10 as it is. Then the only thing that we have changed is positive 4 is going to be negative 4. After that 6x, okay, less than or equal 10 minus 4 is 6. So right now we have multiplication inequality. So divided by 6, divided by 6. So x less than or equal to 1. You can see that both of them have the same result. Either you are going to divide it by 2 or clear the bracket, they have the same solution. So this examples that comes from the book, it says 160 plus 4f less than or equal to 500. So in the first step, in the first step, 160 plus 4f less than or equal 500. So move 160 to the other side. So 4f less than or equal 500. This is positive. It's going to be negative 160. So 4f less than or equal to 340. 340. So we have multiplication inequality divided by 4, because with the f we have 4 divided by 4. So x is less than or equal to, we have it 85. Okay. We have another example. Negative 3 multiplied by 3 minus x less than 4 square, or 4 power 2, or you can say the second power of 4. In this example, it's easier to open the bracket or simplify the bracket. Please do not divide it by 3, because here we have 16 divided by 3. If you divide it by 3, you get 16 divided by 3 is a fraction, and it's kind of difficult to deal with it. So it's better to open the bracket. So let's solve it in the other side. Negative 3 times 3 minus x less than 4 square. So in the first step, we are going to clear the bracket. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Negative times negative is positive. 3 times x, 3x, minus 4 square, it is 16. Be careful. It is 16. Do not say 4 square is equal 8. It's not correct. because 4 squared it means 4 times 4. Okay, so we have multi-step inequality. We have negative 9. As always, be careful. If you want to know a sign of any number, you have to look at the left side. So that positive is for 3x. The sign of 9 is negative 9. Be careful. So move it to the other side. Write down 3x as it is, less than 16 as it is, negative 9, positive 9. So 3x less than 16 plus 9 is equal 25. Final step, we are going to divide it by 3, because with the x we have 3 divided by 3 divided by 3. So x is less than 25 over 3, or you can say 8 1 over 3. The whole number 8 1 over 3. Both answers are correct. So this is the solution. So sometimes, guys, dear students, sometimes we face some examples that include 3 or 4 fractions. As usual, students do not like to deal with fractions. They say how to solve that example. We have 1 over 3, I don't know, 1 over 2x, 4 over 6. Okay, in this kind of example, first step, focus on denominator or denominators. Look at the denominators. In the denominator of each fraction or each number, we have 2, we have 3, and also we have 6. Then we have to get rid of the denominators. How to do it? We should find the LCM. What is the LCM? Write the multiples of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. 3, 6, 9. 6, 12, 18. Which number is the smallest repeated one? The smallest number repeated in all of them. So it is, we have 6, 6, and 6. So the LCM between 2, 3, 6, it is 6. That's why we are going to multiply 1. We are going to multiply 1 over 2x minus 1 over 3 greater than 4 over 6. We are going to multiply all the inequality by 6, by the LCM. So it's going to be, let's say, 1 over 2x multiplied by 6 minus 1 over 3 multiplied by 6 greater than 4 over 6 multiplied by 6. Okay, we multiply all the inequality by 6. Then let's simplify them. Let's simplify them. We can simplify 2 divided by 2 is 1, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. We got 3x minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we have 2 greater than 6 and 6 are cancelled. 6 divided by 6, 1 and 1. So we got 4. Right now we have a simple, let's say, multi-step inequality. As the previous examples, we can solve it. So move negative 2 to the other side. 3x, 4 minus 2, sorry, plus 2. We have minus, move it to the other side is going to be plus. So is greater than 6. Because with the variable x, we have 3 divided by 3 divided by 3. So finally, we got x greater than 2. This is the result. For the next example, we have 5, 2, 5. So the LCM between 5 and 2 is 10. That's why we are going to multiply all the inequality 4 over 5x plus 1 over 2 greater than 3 over 5. We are going to multiply all the inequality by 10. Multiply by 10, multiply by 10, and also here multiply by 10. So next step, let's simplify it. 5 divided by 5 is 1, 10 divided by 5 is 2. So we have 2 times 4 is 8x plus 2 divided by 2 is 1, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Greater than 5 divided by 5 is 1, 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so again we have multi-step inequality. Move it to the other side. 8x is greater than 6. Okay, minus 5. So 8x is greater than 1. Because with the variable x we have 8, we divide it by 8, we divide by 8, 8 and 8 cancels, x is greater than 1 over 8. This is the solution of the second one. Again, I'm going to repeat it. If you have fraction in all 3 terms or all 4 terms, we don't care about the terms, how many are they. Just try to find the LCM between the denominators, then divide, let's say simplify it, you get a multi-step inequality and solve it. So next type of the inequality says sometimes we have variables in the both sides or at both sides. It's not like the previous one. We have, for example, y plus 3 greater than 7. If you look at that example, the variable is in one side. We have, let's say, variable in one side, in left side or the, let's say, right side. But we have some types of inequalities, like example E and this one's F. Okay, we have variables in both sides. How can we solve it? So to solve any kind of these examples, we have to regroup variable with variable and number with number. It means we are going to write x with x, number with number. So right now we have 4x and 2x. We should write them together. 4x and 2x, which one is smaller? Of course, 2x is smaller, so move 2x to the other side. 4x stays here. Okay, 2x is positive. When we move it to the other side, it became negative 2x. Write down less than or equal. Okay, here we have 5. Okay, in the left side you have negative 3. Okay, move it to the other side, it's going to be positive 3. So right now we have 4x minus 2x less than or equal 5 plus 3. Because they are like terms, 4x minus 2x is 2x. Less than or equal 5 plus 3 is equal 8. So we have single step inequality divided by 2 divided by 2, so x is less than or equal to 4. Next one, we have 6 times 1 minus x is less than 3x. So clear the bracket. 6 times 1 is 6. Positive times negative is negative. 6 times x is 6, less than 3x. So we forgot an x. X less than 3x. Cool. Then we have negative 6x, and also we have 3x. Which one's smaller? The negative one is smaller, so move negative 6 to the other side. 3x stays here. Okay, we moved negative 6x to the other side, it became positive 6x. And 6 stays here, so we got 6 less than 3x plus 6x. Okay, so write down 6. 3 plus 6 is equal 9x. So 6 is less than 9x, or you can write 9x, okay, greater than 6. So dear students, here we said that we move the small x to the other side, to the big, let's say, side. Because we don't want to face negative, then divide by negative, then we get reverse sign. So it's better always to move the small x. For example, here we have 2x and 4x. Move the 2x because it's smaller to the other side. We have negative 6 and 3. So negative 6 is smaller. Move it to the other side. Because if you move negative 3 to the other side, we face negative x, then we have to divide by a negative number, then we reverse the sign. That's why it's better to move the smaller one. So finally, we reached the nicht-meine examples. We have some nicht-meine examples. First one says, what is the solution of negative 12 plus 4x? So we have negative 12, move it to the other side. It's going to be 4x, okay, greater than negative 20, negative 12, positive 12. Then do the calculation. 4x greater than negative 20 plus 12, it is negative 8. Then divided by 4, divided by 4, 4 and 4 cancels, x remains negative 4, negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. So the answer is x greater than negative 2, and it is D. Question 2, which inequality has no solution? This is kind of, let's say, seldom example or seldom question, but let's solve it. It says which one has no solution. The first one has solution, x plus 1. 1, move it to the other side, is going to be 2 minus 1, so it is going to be 1. And also this one has solution because move it to, let's say, move x to the other side, 2x minus x less than negative 2, and has solution. The only one has no solution, it is C. Because if you move x to the other side, it's going to be x minus x greater than 1. X minus x is 0 greater than 1. And it is impossible. 0 is greater than 1. It is impossible. So C has no solution. Question 3. What is the solution of 3 less than or equal 5 minus 2x? Okay, so we have 3 less than or equal to 5 minus 2x. First step, move the 5 to the other side. Again, be careful, this negative sign is for 2x. The 5 is positive. It's going to be negative 2x stays here, and it's going to be 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5. It's not 5 minus 3. 3 stays here. We move 5 to beside them. Then 3 minus 5 is negative 2, less than or equal negative 2x. Negative 2x. So right now we have negative 2 with x. So divide both sides by negative 2. Divided by negative 2, divided by negative 2. Negative divided by negative, positive. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Again, -2 and -2 cancels, x remains. But you have to be very careful because we have divided by a negative number. That's why we reverse the sign. Okay, we reverse the sign. So it's going to be 1 greater than or equal to x, or you can say x is less than or equal to 1. The correct answer is the correct answer is A. The correct answer is A. So let's go on the questions. Then we have 2x minus 6. 2x minus 6 greater than -10. 2x minus 6 greater than -10. Okay. First step, move the -6 to the other side. Is going to be 2x greater than -10 plus 6. So 2x is greater than -10 plus 6 is -4. Then divided by 2 divided by 2, 2 and 2 cancels. X greater than -2, -4 divided by 2 is -2. So the answer is x greater than -2. So the answer is x greater than -2. Also, in this example, you can solve it by, let's say, dividing all of them by 2. You can divide it by 2, by 2, by 2, and then change the sign. You get the same result. And question 5 is, what is the solution of 6 minus x, okay, greater than or equal 15? 6 minus x greater than or equal 15. So it is 6 minus x greater than or equal to 15. First step, we move 6 to the other side. As always, be careful, 6 is positive. The negative sign is for x, and it's going to be 15 plus 6 minus 6. And also we have negative x. So negative x greater than or equal to 15 minus 6 is going to be 9. But x is not alone. So how can we get rid of negative x here? Multiply both sides by -1. So negative x multiplied by -1 is going to be positive x, because negative times negative is positive. And 9 times -1 is -9. And finally, the important step is reverse the sign, because we have multiplied by a negative number. So the correct answer is B, x less than or equal to -9. This is the end of the class that we have solving multi-step inequality. So dear student, I hope you get benefit from me. Thank you so much. See you later.